Have you ever wondered to yourself, if I were a giant monster or a giant robot, would I even have what it takes to take over a city? Well, wonder no more. Here's how to play King of Tokyo. King of Tokyo is a battle style game for 2 to 6 players playing as giant monsters and rampaging robots trying to destroy a city to claim the title King of Tokyo. On your turn, you roll 6 of these dice and select your strategy. Do you immediately go and attack your enemies? Do you heal yourself? Do you power up your own monster? Those are your decisions to make, but only one is left standing in this Yahtzee-style battle royale. The win condition for King of Tokyo is really pretty simple. If you're the first one to hit 20 victory points, or you're the last person at the table with any hit points at all, you win. Game over. First off, everyone needs to select a monster. Do so by selecting a monster board, setting the blue star, representing victory points, to 0, and the heart to 10, representing your health points. If you recall from before, both of these are win conditions. Grab the corresponding standee to your monster board and set it off to the side of the board. Nothing goes on the board at the beginning of the game. Speaking of the board, it looks like this. You got Tokyo City and Tokyo Bay. These are your points of action. This is where the good stuff happens. Tokyo Bay is usually reserved for larger playing parties. After that, you grab this deck of cards, furiously shuffle it, and then lay out 3 cards in the middle of the table so that everyone can see them. Then lay out a pile of these green cubes. They're called energy cubes, and they're represented by the lightning bolt on the dice. We'll get into that later. Keep the dice off in the center of the table. In this game, everyone shares the same set of dice. And with that, we're ready to start playing. King of Tokyo begins by every player rolling these 6 dice. Whoever ends up with the most of these smash icons, they're the little paws with the claws, they get to go first. Now, a turn consists of 4 phases. Phase 1, rolling dice. Phase 2, resolving said dice. Phase 3, move into Tokyo. Phase 4, buy energy cards. On your turn, you can roll the dice up to 3 times. You can stop rolling at any time. On the first roll, you roll your 6 black dice and decide that you like these. And then you want to re-roll these. And you're going to keep that one. So you get to re-roll these again. Bam! That's a pretty good roll. That's not bad for a little demo roll. Anyways, you get to pick and choose which one you want. You've got 3 total chances. Remember, think Battle Yahtzee. Phase 2. There are 4 different ways that you can resolve your dice in King of Tokyo. Number 1, the hearts. If your monster is currently not inside of Tokyo, you can use these to restore 1 hit point on your monster card. Number 2, the little lightning bolt die face. Trade these in for energy cubes that you can then use to buy the cards that are existing on the table. Number 3, victory points. As we've already determined, victory points are a win condition, first to 20, so any 3 of a kind will grant you that many victory points. Any additional die faces that match will be worth 1 additional. In this situation, 4 threes would be worth 4 victory points. And everyone's favorite, the smash. This is really what King of Tokyo is all about. You're just giant monsters clobbering each other. If you roll a smash, that's 1 hit point of damage to everyone who is not currently in your area. For example, someone inside Tokyo rolling smash will hit every monster who is not inside Tokyo, and vice versa. Outside, roll a smash, they are only hitting the monster that's inside Tokyo. Phase 3, enter Tokyo. If no monster is currently inside Tokyo, you must move into Tokyo. This makes you public enemy number 1. Everyone is attacking you. But there are some advantages. When you move into Tokyo, you gain 1 victory point. For every turn that you start inside Tokyo, you gain 2 additional victory points. Sidebar about being inside Tokyo, you cannot use the heal actions when resolving your dice while you are inside Tokyo. Anytime you take damage inside Tokyo, you may withdraw and yield the city. Phase 4, buying energy cards. Any of the dice that you resolved with the lightning bolt are going to gain you these green little cubes. During this phase of your turn, you can use these cubes to buy these power-up cards that will essentially beef up your monster. I'm not going to go through them all right now, but they're pretty cool and they can really change the tide of the game. So now, you kind of know how to play King of Tokyo. If you're interested in buying it, I'm going to put an Amazon affiliate link in the description of this video. I'll get a small commission on any sales made through that link, and I'll really, really appreciate it. That said, any hardcore gamers that are watching this have probably noticed that King of Tokyo is going to be a little bit light on the strategy. The choices that you make aren't going to have echoing consequences that flow throughout the game. If you're looking for something like that, I suggest looking elsewhere. Otherwise, I highly recommend King of Tokyo. The one thing that it's great at is drawing in new players. Players that you wouldn't normally have at your table that you might be able to convert to the cardboard life. I love that. Let's use that. Tweet at me, @BoardJonesy, with the hashtag cardboardlife, and tell me what you'd like to see reviewed in the future. Thanks for watching Jonesy Games How to Play King of Tokyo. If you like the content, remember to ring the bell, hit subscribe, and I'll see you around the table.